His name is Naoki Sasaki. He's 29, used to work in sales at the Tokyo headquarters. He spent his days chasing numbers, always staying near the top of the charts, and he took a lot of pride in that. But then out of nowhere came his transfer order.
Sasaki, you're being transferred. We're sending you to our countryside branch.
Transferred? Why me?
You stood out too much. We don't need someone disrupting the team harmony around here.
He'd spearheaded a project that brought in huge profits in a short time, but for some people his success was just an eyesore. And so, he got kicked out, banished to the boonies. It took a few hours by train for him to reach that tiny mountain town. The population there is just a few thousand, and there's an old arcade street with empty shops. On his first day at the branch, he met Yamada, the branch manager.
Tokyo tactics won't work here. Don't expect much.
There are only 8 employees there, all born and raised in that area. They've known each other forever, and he was clearly the outsider. Whenever he tried to chat them up,
just go at your own pace, man.
That's about all he got. As for his new place, well, forget comparing it to Tokyo. The company set him up in a 50-year-old house. It's dark inside, the floors creak at night, and a chilly breeze drifts in. It's so quiet it actually got depressing. All he could think was,
what's the point in doing anything here?
And that was how his days went, just staring at the ceiling, wanting to go back to Tokyo. One day, a letter from the local shopping district association caught his eye.
Request for cooperation in a local revitalization event?
They wanted help boosting their upcoming event, but his co-workers didn't seem interested.
We get that stuff all the time. It's just for show.
But maybe it's better than doing nothing at all, right?
Something stirred in him as he looked at that envelope. If he wanted to find a reason for being sent all the way out there, he had to do something. The next day, he decided to attend the meeting mentioned in the letter. The meeting room was dimly lit, tucked away in a corner of that old arcade. About 10 shop owners were there, looking worn out. When he introduced himself, they gave him a frosty welcome.
I'm Sasaki, just transferred here from Tokyo.
From Tokyo, huh? So what are you doing here?
I wanted to see if I could help out.
Help, huh? Pretty bold words from a kid like you.
No one seemed interested in hearing any ideas. Right then, one woman stood up.
I'm Yuna Takahashi. I run a café in this shopping district. Mr. Sasaki, could I talk to you for a minute?
Her bright voice was like a lifeline. After the meeting, Yuna and Sasaki had a chat.
I run a café that's meant to attract younger customers, but honestly, it's not going well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been stuck for so long. But I have no idea what to do next.
Seeing how serious she was, he decided to help.
Let's work on it together. I've got nothing to lose, and I'd rather not stay an outsider here.
Thank you. I'm so glad you showed up, Mr. Sasaki.
The next day, Sasaki visited Yuna's cafe. It was stylish inside, almost like something from the city, but there were barely any customers.
Good morning. Thanks for coming.
Morning. Wow, this place is really nice.
Thank you, but if nobody comes, it doesn't matter how nice it is.
He noticed a bit of sadness in her eyes. She showed him her plan for a local revitalization event, but it felt pretty vague, nothing concrete.
You've got some good ideas here, but maybe we could flesh them out a bit more.
Flesh them out? Like how?
Using his sales experience, he tossed out a few suggestions.
How about setting up food stalls at each shop, featuring local specialties? We could add a game corner that families can enjoy, then post about it on social media to draw in younger crowds.
Her eyes lit up.
That sounds great. I hadn't even considered social media.
That evening, Yuna and Sasaki gathered the shop owners and explained the plan. Their reaction was chillier than expected.
Social media, huh? Like that'll bring in customers.
Why bother with that gimmicky stuff when we can just hold a traditional festival?
Sasaki gave a wry grin and argued back.
I understand, but if we only stick to tradition, we won't get new customers. This district has great products and tons of charm. I want more people to see that.
Yuna jumped in to help.
Everyone, maybe we're clinging too hard to the old ways. I think Mr. Sasaki's proposal could be a fresh step forward.
A young shop owner raised his hand.
I'm willing to give it a shot. I want more people to know what we sell.
That one comment broke the ice, and slowly others started to nod in agreement.
Well, I guess trying it out can't hurt.
A few days later, Yuna and Sasaki set up a special booth in the shopping district for a trial run of the event. Once they posted about it on social media, the response was way bigger than they'd expected. Young people from the area flocked over.
Whoa, this cafe is super stylish. These sweets are awesome! Mind if I snap a pic and post it?
It was a huge success, even surprising the store owners.
I didn't think so many people would come.
Never underestimate the young crowd, huh?
Yuna came up to Sasaki, smiling.
Mr. Sasaki, thank you so much. This is all because of you.
No way. I wouldn't have put in this much effort if it weren't for you, Yuna.
That night, they met up at the café to review the day and talk about what came next.
Let's plan an even bigger event next time. I want even more people to see what our district has to offer.
Yeah, let's make it happen together.
The trial run for the event was a success, and the shopping district as a whole was gradually regaining some of its energy. However, as they planned the next full-scale event, they ran into several major issues. The first was the budget. The test event had been small enough to cover with the district's reserve funds, but that wouldn't be enough for a larger event. The second was opposition from some residents outside the shopping district.
This kind of noisy event is a nuisance.
They say it's about reviving the local area, but it seems like it's only for young people. Doesn't that leave older folks like us behind?
They discussed this opposition in a meeting with the shopping district members.
We can't just ignore the residents' complaints and push ahead with the event.
But if we stop every time someone objects, we'll never move forward.
He decided to speak up, gathering my resolve.
I think we should respect the residents' opinions while creating an event that people of all ages can enjoy. For example, we could incorporate elements of traditional festivals or set up booths showcasing the local history.
Then one of the meeting participants voiced support.
That's a good idea. That way, both older folks and younger visitors might be satisfied.
To address the budget issue, Yuna and he proposed launching a crowdfunding campaign.
What's crowdfunding?
Basically, it's a way to gather support online. If we reach out to people who've moved away to bigger cities but are originally from here, they might be surprisingly willing to help.
Yuna added an explanation.
In return for their support, we can send them local products or coupons to use in the shopping district. I think people would really appreciate that.
Although the store owners looked a bit uncertain, they ultimately agreed to give it a try. Yuna and he stayed up late every night preparing to launch the crowdfunding campaign.
Mr. Sasaki, thank you for working so late every day. Are you sure you're okay?
Don't worry about me. I really want to see this project succeed.
The crowdfunding effort generated a bigger response than they ever expected. They received far more support than our target amount, and even local high school students offered to help.
We'll help spread the word about the event on social media.
We're good at making posters and videos, so just leave that to us.
The entire region got involved as preparations for the event moved forward. On the big day of the event, the shopping district was packed with locals and tourists. Every booth was buzzing with activity. Older folks enjoyed traditional carnival games like shooting galleries and ring toss, while younger people snapped photos of the Instagram-worthy sweets and decorations.
Look at all these people. I never imagined it would get this big.
Honestly, I thought it was impossible at first, but I'm glad we decided to give it a try.
Yuna and Sasaki sold their special sweets at a pop-up café booth, and even though it was hectic, he felt an excited rush in his chest.
Wow, look at this crowd. I never imagined it would blow up this much.
Me neither, but we got this far thanks to you.
Yuna looked surprised for a moment, then blushed and looked away.
Oh, no, it's only because you've been working so hard, Mr. Sasaki.
At that instant, in the middle of all the bustle, their hands brushed. His heart skipped a beat. It felt like the noise around them faded for just a second, and their eyes locked.
Yuna, let's keep doing this together from now on.
Yes, but let's not just work. Let's find more fun things to do, too.
He saw himself reflected in her eyes, looking more confident than ever before. In that moment, all his loneliness and doubts disappeared. The event was a success, but for him it felt like the beginning of a whole new life.